It is so nice to be here. I'm not very good with confrontation in my day-to-day life. To give you an example, I was recently in the country and I walked down the main street and there was a sign that said Chinese massage parlour. And I thought, great, I'd love a massage, right? And so I walked in and I asked the lady behind the counter, I said, excuse me, do I have to book or can I get a massage like now? And she looked me in the eyes and she goes, you want a hot rock massage? And I didn't. I've never even heard of a hot rock massage. I just wanted a straight up and down massage. And so I looked her in the eyes and I said, yes. And then she said, I can do now. And so she took me into the room. Now, usually the masseuse leaves so you can get undressed. Not her. She goes like this, get undressed. And I said, okay. And so I got undressed, down to my boxer shorts. I left my boxer shorts on because I'm not a pervert. And she looked down at my boxer shorts and she goes, take your underwear off. Yeah, and I thought, I'm not good with confrontation, but you need to know where you can draw the line. And so I said, okay. And so now I'm nude, which I don't want to be, for a type of massage which I don't want to have. And so I put my face in that hole. You know that hole of 1,000 faces? That you're like, whose head's been in this disgusting hole? Right? And then I heard a click, 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 which I now realise was her opening a cupboard and retrieving the hot rocks on a towel. Because she then dropped one of them into the middle of my back, right here, right? And to say it was hot was an understatement. It was like a molten drop of lava, and I'm screaming into the hole. And she goes, is that okay? And I said, yes. Yeah. And then she placed the second rock, and it was just here, just on my tailbone here. And I think that's where it was meant to stay. But because I was sweating so profusely from the first rock, my ass crack was no longer an ass crack. It was a slip and slide. And so the rock jumped on the slip and slide and found its way down till it nestled right on my asshole. And so I've got tears coming down my cheeks. And then she just went and massaged a completely different bit of my body. She went and just started massaging my shoulders, and she had the nerve to say this. She goes, ooh, you tense. I was like, am I? And then after 5 minutes of doing that, she goes to retrieve the rock. She picks up the first one, and I just hear this. She goes, ow! Too hot! She goes, was this too hot? And I said, it was okay. And then it gets worse. Because then I hear her voice go, oh no! This one on your bum. And then she says this, she goes, why? Like I'd done it. Like I'd waited till she was far enough away from my ass and up near my shoulders, and I've gone, oh, just bang. Store that for later. I need a second asshole, please. Thank you very much. And just when I thought the torture was over, she said the words which I least wanted to hear. She goes, hey man, roll over. And I didn't want to. So I did. And I shut my eyes. And she goes like this. She goes, hey, open your eyes. And so I open my eyes, like just enough. I've got tear-stained cheeks. And she goes, hey, you want... And so I summoned every bit of confrontation that I have in my body. And this was the best that I could come out with. And I said, no, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night, but you've been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.